Hey there everyone, another little video tip today. As you probably know, there are several ways to swing your golf club, and there are several opinions and theories and methods in order to get your ball from A to B. You've only got to look at the tour to see that there are a number of ways to do it. So you should have a certain amount of freedom in experimenting, with what works for you and what doesn't work for you. The one thing that is non-negotiable is hitting the golf ball in the right part of the club face. So if you have a Rory McIlroy style swing and you hit it down here or up here, your ball is not going to go where you want it to go. I've put together a little face map. It should be pretty helpful for you. So if you can see that okay there, we've got the different influences that different strike locations present to the golfer. So you hit it in the middle of the club face and your ball's going to pretty much go where your club face is pointing, and providing you have a pretty good swing, which most of you do, your ball's going to go more or less where you want it to go. Where it gets a little bit more complicated, if you can see there, if we go across to the toe, we tend to get more draw. We go across to the heel, we tend to get more fade. We hit it at the top of the club, we tend to launch the ball higher with less spin. And if we hit towards the bottom of the club, we tend to launch it lower with more spin. Now, I've seen players ruin good swings simply by hitting it on the wrong part of the club face. I had a guy a few weeks ago who was hooking the golf ball violently left, but his club face was actually slightly open at impact, which should have given him a little fade. Now, he was just hitting it so far on the toe of the club that his ball was diving left, and he was trying to make severe swing adjustments to fix it. And all we did was, just by his feel, just allow him to practice moving the golf ball, moving the strike, I should say, across towards the center of the club face. You can also use these slightly off-center hits to fix your swing. So if you've got a bit of a slice swing, you see your ball going from left to right, if you're a right-handed player, you can experiment with just simply trying to hit it towards the toe of the club a little bit more. You won't really lose any distance, because nowadays the hitting area on our clubs is so big that you can actually have instead of working really hard on the range to fix your kind of open club face over the top move, you can actually get around it by hitting the ball slightly on the toe of the club. You will reduce the amount that your ball slices, and vice versa. If you're a bit of a hooker, you can go towards the heel slightly. If you launch your driver, for example, a little bit too low, you could practice just simply teeing the ball a little higher and getting the strike up the face a little bit. So, as I said, that's the only non-negotiable thing in golf, is you have to hit it on the right part of the club face for your swing. I have a bunch of these face tapes, so if you see me knocking around the club and you fancy stealing a few off me, please feel free. And have a little play around and do some self-discovery with your swing. I hope that helps. I'll speak to you soon.